What's happening, everybody? Welcome back, Jackpot DFS. Man, been on a little hiatus. Took a week off. Had some get some family things taken care of and different things like that. But nonetheless, guys, we are back here to give some DFS advice. Hope everybody's had a great week. Terrible day yesterday, man. It's kind of came back and um, got everything kind of set up for yesterday's slate, man. And it was a disaster with I had a lot of DJ. Then Jackson went down in a late game with the Chargers. I guess first play of the game or something like that. And then Connor, guys like that just underperformed. Cook was all day, but didn't know exactly if Christian McCaffrey was going to come in and be the beast he normally is, and of course he was. Seen very little of Mike Davis, but I guess they were going to take the reins off and let him just kind of do his thing. So I guess he's back in play. I still don't want to pay 10 grand for Christian McCaffrey, so hopefully they'll keep the price kind of down where it was yesterday. But guys, we're going to take a look at the Monday night slate. It's an ugly, ugly game. However, I do notice that a lot of people are going with Cam Newton today. I have a kind of different approach than a lot of other people are going to go with today, in my personal opinion. I don't think I'll go very hard on the slate. Probably will keep it minimum, probably down to one or two lines myself. But however, um, with 100% Cam Newton owned tonight, gives you a great opportunity to just be different and just go the other direction. Um, I mean, I look at the Jets defense, and the Jets defense is not has been pretty good against the run. Obviously, the Patriots are going to want to run the ball. Majority of their receiving options are pretty much on IR or hurt for this game. Um, I hate both quarterbacks in this game. Um, some appeal with Cam Newton because of his run ability. If you want to join the rest of the club today, you can join with Cam either at captain or your utility spot. You're going to be like pretty much everybody. Um, Personally, I'm going to fade Cam tonight. I'm going to take a dart that the Jets D holds up to hold against the run. I'm not so much sold. The Jets offense sucks. The Jets defense is actually pretty good, um, and surprisingly so. And I think the Patriots D is worse. Actually, could be actually worse to me, especially without Gilmore. Could be worse than the Jets defense tonight, and allow enough for some field goals on the Jets side as well as the Patriots side. I could see a lot of field goals in this game. Um, However, we'll get to all that, and that's just my kind of first approach that I'm kind of going with tonight. With this, all the ownership of Cam, um, you're just going to shoot up the board there if you fade Cam. He gets hurt. He just doesn't come out there and plays very well. He throws a couple picks, etc. You're just looking at a great situation where if you roam the other way, I really think you could be different tonight if you're playing like a one line or something like that. Obviously, if you're playing multiple lines, then go ahead get you some Cam. But that's my approach tonight with one liners, which is kind of the way I'm going to go with such an ugly slate tonight, or ugly one game slate. I'm not going to go too crazy, and we'll go that route tonight. Looking at the quarterbacks, obviously Cam Newton's more on his feet. That gives him the upper hand there as far as the quarterback battle tonight. Joe Flacco just sucks. He's not mobile. Um, he's terrible as far as passing and can't run. He's not mobile in the pocket. Um, but Sneaky Joe gets you 100 yards and a touchdown tonight throwing the ball. That's all you really need, right? So just something to think about. But I'm going to say both quarterbacks in play tonight. Damian Harris is questionable tonight. The difference with him, he's questionable. I do think he'll play. Thing with him is that Interesting facts to note here is that when the ball gets down in the 10-yard line, they don't give it to him, they give it to Cam. So if they can get down the field, I expect Cam to run the ball. Everybody that plays defense is going to know Cam's probably going to get the ball. With that being said, um, I think the Jets defense will be able to handle that tonight. James White in consideration, Perrine in consideration, Burkhead. They're going to need these guys to catch the ball in the backfield tonight because, obviously the receivers are down. They've only got 4 active receivers, I think, tonight. One of those guys came up from the practice squad, or Slater plays mainly on the practice squad. So be tough for them guys tonight throwing the ball as it is. Cam Newton's not that great of a passer to begin with, and to have such a crappy receiving core to throw to, I imagine these, especially James White, will be big time in play, especially as well as Burkhead. Frank Gorin played tonight. I could see him getting some carries as well as Perrine. Don't really see too much with Ty Johnson, but one of these guys get hurt and he has to come in the game and start playing a little bit. It could happen. He's gotten a little bit of play over the past few weeks. He's playing on 5% of the snaps. He comes in, catches a touchdown pass or something like that. He's broken the slate. So just thing to think about. He's only $200. So if you're looking for a cheap pivot way to go out as well, I like Frank Gore over Perrine just because he's only 2,800 as well. I don't think Perrine is doing enough that garners that he's more valuable than Frank Gore. 39% of snaps for Frank Gore, 33% with Perrine, and I mean, it's no reason to have to pay one or the other. I just think you just go with whoever thinks going to have the better day. Moving on to receivers. Jameson Crowder is questionable tonight. He was limited in practice Saturday. If he plays tonight, I do like him as a favorite target for Joe Flacco. Braxton Burrows, 3, 7, and 11 targets the past 3 games. Could be a nice target tonight. You're also going to have Bashar Perriman back tonight, and then a Mims on target for tonight. So Mims, he's playing 100% of the snaps. You've got Crowder's usually on the field all the time. He's probably the safest bet for me. I like him the best. He plays that slot role. He's always kind of passed to the middle of the field. To me, Joe Flacco is going to go that side of the field or middle of the field, etc. He does throw some darts to the outside there. Jeff Smith, I imagine, will play some. $1,000, why not? And get a little some of that. Isaiah Ford is not. I don't believe he's available to play yet. So, with that being said, he is not going to be able to play tonight, so don't put Isaiah Ford in your lineups. Pretty much all you're going to get here is Jacoby Myers is probably your best bet if you're going to go the route on Patriots side. Demir Bird also some consideration. I don't think I know Slater is going to play some tonight. I don't love it. Could catch a couple. He's only $200. I mean, another cheap salary saver. I probably like Slater a little bit better than I do taking the Ty Johnson back up on the running back side, just as a pivot if you want to go that side. But not. That's pretty much it for receivers. Moving on to tight ends. Patriots don't really play to their tight ends as much. They don't really throw to them. I know that Rhinozo's gotten some targets, but he's not doing anything with them. He's not catching most of them, and he's questionable tonight. Don't know, whether he'll play or not, but he's obviously questionable. If he is in there, fade. Chris Herndon is a guy who could catch and have a nice day. Occasionally, he hasn't really showed up, but I do like him for a one-off. You're playing multiple lines. Could be sneaky play at tight end tonight, as well as Ryan Griffin, even at $200. I think that's obviously a play as well that you could go that route. Other than that, tight end, not a lot to love. I mean, neither one of these teams utilize their tight ends that good, and they're not really in play. So I would really just kind of fade tight ends tonight myself. Going to kickers. With kickers tonight, I like both kickers. I think both these kickers could be in play. Just keep your eye on that, and if you're going that route, I think both of these guys could kick 3 or 4 field goals tonight. It's a low scoring total. It's not going to be a very high scoring game. Um, could very well be 21-17 or something like that tonight. Um, and I am going to take the Jets. As weird as that sounds, but I'm going to play one line and just go Jets, just go against the grain and see what happens. But that's just my theory. Could easily see the Jets being a good play tonight. They're cheap. Cam Newton is not the best thrower in the world. I mean, Cam's went out there a couple weeks ago and threw 3 or 4 picks. That's not something unheard of. I can see these guys getting a couple picks tonight, maybe taking one in the house. I mean, just to think in theory, if the Jets win this game and they can get a touchdown from an interception or sack Cam Newton, I know he's a hard guy to bring down, but if they can make these things possible, man, and you go against the green against everyone else, how easy that's going to be to shoot up the field, because so many of these guys are going to go the Patriots' way with third lineups. Just food for thought, man. Something different. Glad to be back, man. Glad to give something out for you guys. As always, if you guys haven't liked and subscribed, please do so. Share the video. Helps get our channel to grow. As well, if you guys always have comments in the comments section, any questions, Twitter, YouTube as well. Always open, man, for you guys, so you guys can answer or ask any questions that you may have, or whatnot. If you just want to cheer on the team, man, and wish everybody good luck, whatever. Hope you guys have had a great weekend. Let's get some Monday night football in, and hope you guys and wish you guys the best of luck, man. Hope you guys win big time tonight. Have a good night, guys. Goodbye.